Who's the better golfer? A lot of people have been asking us that online. Who's the better golfer?
Yeah. I mean, I missed the first event. I didn't earn anything, but the second event I earned my first paycheck. And right now, I think I'm hotter.
Yeah.
I think I'm hotter right now.
I read.
Hey, the way your brothers laughed, that doesn't seem true.
No. What do I do apart from golf?
This podcast is proudly sponsored by Visionary Marketing.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Just to Kick It is a Blessing podcast. It has been so long since I did this, but it feels so good to be back. And there's so much to say, but today's a very, very, very special episode for me because I have two of my younger brothers in studio with me today, and I'm sure that we will have an amazing conversation. So without further ado, I will let you two introduce yourselves. Starting with you.
Hi guys, my name is Njoroge and Kibugu. I'm a professional golfer from Kenya. Play at Mutahi Golf Club, and yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Mutahi Kibugu. I'm a professional golfer at Mutahi Golf Club. Njoroge Kibugu's older brother. And yeah, man, it's great to be here, bro.
It's very nice. But even before we get to the heavy stuff or we get deep into the conversation, who's the better golfer? A lot of people have been asking us that online. Who's the better golfer? In fact, I have two questions from the guests. Who's the better golfer? And I'll ask the other one later, but let's start with that one.
I mean, obviously.
No, I think it's me, though.
I think you guys know.
What?
I think the people know.
Huh?
This is a very long, we can get into a very long argument here who's better.
Okay, but 1 minute each. You defend yourself. You know, why you think it's you.
Right now, I think I'm hotter.
Yeah.
I think I'm hotter right now.
What
So
about
me, I'll use that. Yeah, I'll just use that.
you? What can you say?
I'm just better.
You're just better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'll plead the fifth. Let me not say who's better, but you know behind the scenes who I say. But other than that, the other question that I got from the person that suggested this podcast was who gets more girls? I was about to say another word, but thank God I censored. But yeah, who gets more girls?
Njoroge right here, man.
I
can't lie.
No. That's the biggest lie ever told.
No. I think it's a serious question. So
No, I mean, me personally, I'm a relaxed guy.
Yeah.
But if you want to hit the DMs, you can. But I think Mutahi holds that crown.
Personally, I'm single right now. Yes, I'm on polite vibes, man. Polite vibes. Nothing too much.
yeah. Okay, but no, Sawa, you've heard they're both single ladies. If you want to talk to each of them, you can slide up. And they've also been asking, are you guys Kenyan or where are you from?
Yeah, that's from Nyeri, man.
No.
Ganjo, dog.
No. But are you fully Kenyan?
No, our mom is like quarter Australian.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of Australian in us.
It
That's why
explains.
our hair is like
It explains the nice hair.
the full beards, you know.
What are you trying to say about me who has no beard? But it's okay. Anyways, what got you guys interested in golf? We can start with Njoroge.
To be honest, probably my dad.
Yeah.
He used to be chairman of Uganda Golf Club back in the day, so we used to go there a lot. He probably started first because he was older, but we used to go there quite a lot and play there often. But yeah, he's the one who got us into the sport, and from there we just loved it. To be honest.
What about you, Mutahi?
Yeah, same, man. Because we also started in Kampala.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he said our dad was chairman. And we were both born there even. So a part of our roots are also in UG.
Yeah.
So we picked it up there with those guys. So, but I would say we picked it up very seriously when we came back to Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both introduced yourselves as professional golfers. In fact, I believe that is East African's youngest professional golfers, both of you.
Yeah.
Or you're in that category.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations. It's you. You're the one who holds the title.
Probably. Yeah.
No. If you hold something, hold it with pride. Take it, enjoy it. But yes, what inspired, starting with you, Mutahi now, what inspired you to be a professional golfer?
Obviously Tiger, bro.
Yeah.
You have the GOAT, man. So just like watching Tiger and seeing all the things he did,
Yeah.
miracle shots, bro, it just inspired me to just be like that. So, bro, and I've always just loved golf, son. So watching the top guys and the videos and everything, bro, it just made me want to play, man.
What about you, Njoroge?
Just how different it is from every other sport.
Yeah.
And it is the only sport I was like really good at. So
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
For real.
I can support that.
And also of course the Tigers, the Rorys, and just like the buzz it gives you, like the adrenaline.
It's so
Like,
addictive,
yeah,
man.
I feel like I don't know, you probably feel it in other sports, but like just the adrenaline rush it gives you, it's just insane. And yeah.
I think the other day I actually had this conversation with my dad, and we really spoke about golf, and he was telling me, golf is very addictive. It's probably one of the most addictive things ever, because in everything that you do in golf, there's literally a high. Yeah. Like once you hit a shot, there's like that high. Once you putt, even when you lose in golf,
Yeah.
there's some sort of a high, because you're like, yeah, I lost, but do you remember that chip or that putt that I made? Do you think there's that high? And now, how do you control it? We can start with Mutahi again, then I'll come to you.
You just get used to it, like the more you do it.
Yeah.
Like soon, like you hit one good shot, it makes you come back. Then you play a good round.
Yeah.
Like a whole 18 holes. And then it makes you come back even more. It makes you feel good. Then you start to do well in tournaments. Now you want to play more and more and more, and it just builds, man. So, and then now when you start winning,
Yeah.
it's a full on drug, man.
For real? What about you? What do you think, Njoroge?
I feel like it's like, I don't know, I was gonna use a comparison. I was gonna compare it to life.
Yeah. No, go ahead, bro. How you look at things
This
is
is how I look at it.
yes,
yeah?
how you look at it. We want to understand. Yeah.
So golf is like life.
Yeah.
So basically, I feel like it's like when you get highs in life, you wanna keep going. Like you'll have good days, you'll have bad days, but you always come back. And that's what I feel like golf is. You won't have, every day won't be a good day, but you'll always come back.
Well, that's actually a crazy comparison.
Right.
And to think about it, both of you being young golfers, being the youngest professionals in East Africa, throughout your journey, what problems have you encountered as a young golfer, and how have you been able to overcome that problem? We'll start with you, Njoroge.
Me personally, as a junior, wasn't the easiest.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like me, to be honest. I think you guys can agree.
Yeah, actually, I can agree. You guys used to be the slowest player in the course, bro. No cap, you used to be the slowest player on the course. But yeah, it's okay. Can we let you talk?
And it's just, it was tough because no one really wanted to give me games because I was a small chap. I was a small kid. And growing up, it was like, he was always the better golfer, so which motivated me, and it just made it like harder to like come out. But after some time, it really brewed me and like instilled like a strong mindset, and yeah, it helped a lot.
What about you, Mutahi?
I think most of my struggles came like when I really started to realize I have to like grind through this is probably when I first turned professional.
Yeah.
Because for me, as a golfer, I think your journey starts when you turn pro.
Yeah.
When it's time to earn. So when it's time to earn, it's a different ball game, bro.
Yeah.
So just yeah, man, like getting through to like the weekends and everything, and just it's tough, man, because you don't get the opportunities to play sometimes. When you in East Africa, you have to move around in golf.
Yeah.
So it's hard sometimes. Sometimes you don't have the opportunity to showcase your talent. So it builds a strong mindset, and just really have to keep going, man.
You said as a professional, sometimes you have to earn.
Yeah.
So is there a period of your time that you went a couple tournaments without earning? And how did that really make you feel? I know Njoroge is a recent professional, so he hasn't played that many tournaments. But for you, how long have you been a professional, by the way?
About a year and like 6 months now. So
Okay.
I'm still
New in the game.
I'm still new, but it feels like
Yeah.
it's been a long time now.
All right. Is there a time where you went a long time without earning?
Hey, yeah, bro.
It was doing charity.
I was a slave. It was 7 months.
7 months.
I think no, it was like 6 months. Okay, when I first turned pro,
Yeah.
I actually I was doing pretty well because I was just playing on like Safari tour,
Yeah.
like I said, East African tour.
Yeah.
I mean, I missed the first event. I didn't earn anything, but the second event, I earned my first paycheck.
Yeah.
It was 8,000 Kenyan shillings. My first paycheck.
That was less than what you had even invested into the tournament.
Yeah, way less. I even framed the check.
You haven't banked it. You said you can't bank
motivated
it.
me, man. I framed it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then so I played pretty well on Safari tour. Then I went to South Africa, and my first 7 events on the Sunshine in like a 5-month span, I didn't earn anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So, bro, it was tough, man. Can't lie to you. It was tough.
Yeah.
But that period, I think, has really helped me.
You've talked about not earning anything.
Yeah.
So I know golf is a tough sport. So is there anywhere along your journey you felt like ever quitting?
Maybe as an amateur,
Yeah.
not really as a professional.
Yeah.
Because as a professional, it only takes like 2 weeks to change your life completely, and like open new doors.
Yeah.
That's what I think. As an amateur, yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like you lose motivation when you don't know, when you want to do this as like for a career, and you're an amateur. Sometimes you just don't know whether you can do it until you actually make that decision to turn pro. So maybe as an amateur, yeah.
And what about you, Njoroge? Is there a time along your journey? I know you just recently became a professional,
Yeah.
but even since the young kid of you that started golf, is there a time that you ever thought you wanted to quit?
I mean, not really. I mean, you get annoyed and you're like, I hate this game. But I never really feel like.
I know you've said that a lot, Tupac.
Yeah. I don't play golf these days because of that. I go there. I said, today's a good day, positive mood. First hole, OB.
Done deal.
There's a day. Actually, let me tell you guys a story. So there's a day that I woke up my brother Carl at like 7 o'clock in the morning to caddy for me. Carl hates waking up early. So I went there, the first hole, I've told you, today's a nice day, we play, what? So he was carding for me. I went there, the first hole, right, ball lost. He said, okay, it's the first hole, Carl, relax. Put another ball, right, lost. Told me, Tupac, you also only have 5 balls and now you've already lost 2. The way things are looking, you might have no balls. But anyways, back to you, Njoroge, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why, like, you think you want to quit, but you don't.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I've never thought of quitting because if I quit, there's nothing else I'm gonna do. so I just keep on going, and also, I've put too much in the game to just give up.
Well, you said if you quit, there's nothing more that you can do. So does that mean that you think because you've invested 100% to the game, you're much better than people who've invested 50%? Do you think that that's what sets you apart?
I think so, but I don't know. I feel like when you say like hard, like they're saying like hard work
Beats talent?
beats talent. Yeah. Like I've worked hard. There's maybe someone out there who's working even harder than me.
Yeah.
That probably thinks they deserve it. But golf's funny because you can know people that hardly even work at this game, but are so good. Like we know players on tour like who hardly even work.
Yeah.
Do nothing. Bro.
Nothing. But they're so good. So I don't know. I'm still figuring out like this hard work and talent thing and how to like.
But I
balance
think
it.
like in sports in general,
Yeah.
just as in any sport, man, like the mind is everything.
Yeah.
Like compared to some NBA players, like there's some NBA players who do nothing, but they can go out there and score like 40 points on a night.
Yeah.
And there are guys who like work extremely hard, and they're not even considered like in the like the MVP status, and those guys are up there. So it's just there's so many comparisons you can make in other sports. It's just all in the mind, man. So,
Though, do you guys believe in the 10,000 rule? Rule. There's a rule for 10,000. They say if you invest 10,000 into a craft, you're more likely than other people to succeed. So, do you think that you guys are working to invest like something towards that? What do you think about such a rule?
yeah, I mean that rule, yeah, I do believe in personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I ask you personally, starting with you, Njoroge, how many hours do you think you spend per week practicing your craft?
Per week. It's maths.
Okay, at least you go, how many days a week are you at the golf club?
Probably like 6-7 hours a week. It's like your typical 9 to 5 job, but like I'm just playing golf. So like 6-7 hours
A day.
a day. Yeah.
And then you do it for like 6 days or 5 days.
Probably only day I take off is Sunday.
Wow. So you consider it your job. Actually, it is your job.
Yeah.
It's what puts food on your table.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, same. Like every day,
Yeah.
like 9 to 5. Some days even more, like 6 to 6. Because I incorporate like the gym in my schedule. I consider that like part of the work. So
I do too.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah, so just morning to evening. Yeah.
Other than gym, starting with you, Mutahi, what else do you do that keeps you in the game, that keeps you on top form? Because I know golf is a mentally frustrating sport.
Hey, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm choosing to do something easier. That's why I'm here interviewing you. And so yeah, what do you do other than that?
I like to make like TikTok videos, man.
Yeah.
So I feel like that helps me like get out of my clogged up mind, like on the golf course.
Yeah.
Just lets me like take a breather. So I like making like videos and stuff, and that just it takes my mind away. It helps me like relax. Yeah.
What about you, Njoroge?
I tried to find other hobbies because I think too much about golf. So
That's why you're single.
it probably is.
Yeah.
But what do I do? I read.
Hey, the way your brothers laughed, that doesn't seem true.
No. What do I do apart from golf? There's not much actually. I watch YouTube videos.
Just chill.
I just chill. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
Actually,
with
I like dinners.
dinners. How do you guys laugh like that? Huh?
They're like going out for like a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Like something like to take your mind off. Yeah.
And you read your book as you have wine.
Yeah.
That sounds like a vibe. But yeah, I understand that the two of you received scholarships to attend university. I know Njoroge went for a few. I don't know Mutahi if he went, but just tell us, how was that and what led you to both dropping out? Yeah, wants to start.
You can start.
For me, I just recently left college. By the way, stay in college for anyone listening. For me, it just wasn't for me because also I had like eligibility issues because I took 2 years off school and they have like a rule like if you take 2 years off, there's certain tournaments you can play and certain tournaments which you can. So I played certain tournaments which I can't, so I wasn't actually eligible to play college golf. So which led me to leave. And also, I mean, college was nice besides the school part. Like, I mean, you meet a lot of friends, you get to know a lot of people, and just like the experience is nice, but it was kind of like I had to leave because like I can't really do golf, and if I'm not doing golf,
What's the point?
yeah, what's the point? So yeah, I mean, but college is always there. You know, if you wanna chase your dreams, you can. I'm not saying drop out of college, but yeah.
Right. What about you, Mutahi?
Yeah, I just wanna add on the stay in college.
Yeah.
So you stay in college.
Yeah.
But so I was supposed to go to North Carolina,
Yeah.
but I never ended up going.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped that. Then I went to South Africa to do a PJ diploma. So what that is, it's like a degree in golf. So you can.
There's degrees in golf?
That's what I call it. Yeah, I don't think
It's a diploma.
it's a diploma.
No, but there's a diploma in golf.
Yeah.
Like what do you learn? Sorry for interrupting you, but just tell us.
Sorry, you learn like how to coach properly, how to run a golf course, how to build golf courses. The manufacturing part of golf is a big industry also. How to run that, build it, and so inside of golf there's a whole world, man, that guys don't know. So a whole world. So I decided to study on that and take it in depth and see what business I can do other than just playing golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I did rather than.
So anyone listening to this, if you're trying to build a golf course, you know who to look for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll share with
Certified.
certified.
Man.
Yeah. I know the conversation around not going to school for African parents is crazy.
Insane.
Yes. It's a conversation that I've had several times, even in my own family's house, So how did you guys address those issues? How did you guys, tell your parents that, listen here, yes, we've been accepted to this university. We have 100 or whatever % scholarship, but we don't want to do school. How did you guys, approach that conversation and any other conversation with family and friends around dropping out from such opportunities?
Mhm. You know what's crazy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, my mom actually told me, like, before I even considered, she actually told me, like, just turn pro. Like, just don't even worry about school, which is crazy. But my dad, it took some time because I think he always wanted me to go to, like, finish school. And I always, like, just never really liked school. So, like, in the end, like, when I was convincing him that I want to, like, leave, he was like, okay, do you have a plan? What are you gonna do? And you have to be committed. Then eventually he told me that, he's actually open to like this thing on like African parents letting go of like school is everything. Because like, I feel like kids have so many talents that school doesn't let you exploit.
Wow.
And there's not only like one way
Yeah,
of
100%.
making
Yeah.
a living.
To be successful.
So, yeah, exactly. So he just allowed me and he told me that like, college is always gonna be there. And I promised him I'm gonna get a degree.
One day.
Yeah.
That's not now.
We both
Yeah.
did. Yeah, just.
What about you, Mutai?
Yeah, mainly like I'm like the same WhatsApp group as Njoroge.
Yeah. Oh, it was on the family WhatsApp. And then he said, me too.
They said, cheers, guys. Yeah, so on the same thing. But I feel like when you actually show them like the bigger picture and what like you can do, like results, like what me and Njoroge did in like Kenya Open, like the past 2 years, or like just like the tournaments or the other professional events we did, it really opens the door. It shines a light on something that maybe they didn't see before. That maybe that's why they've given us this freedom for now to chase our dreams.
Oh, that's nice. You've talked about your parents, you talked about your mom, your dad. And I'd just like to ask, what role has your family played to helping you become the man that you are today seated here? Especially chasing such a tough career. Let's start with you, Mutai.
I would say they've really kept us disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they've not been soft on us. They've they've kept it clean and simple, like 100% of the time, man. Like so like right now, like the guys we are today, we're not soft, man. Like through hard times, we're gonna go through hard times, man. You know,
Yeah, the hard
we're
times are
grinders.
hard.
and we're grinders, dog. So they played a big part in that. Also, Kagwe, our big brother, shout out Kagwe's. That's my guy. So yeah, man. So he's also a big influence for who we are because he works very hard at his craft and grinds a lot. So we take up that.
What about you?
They've held us down, to be honest. To me, I feel like we were all raised in different ways. Because like we're part, like my brother, my sister, they were born in 92 and 94. So like they were raised when my parents were still young.
Yeah.
So then when we came, we were like I don't know how to say that. Like they're just tired.
Just tired. Yeah.
So they
A bit more freedom.
just let us do our thing. So I think we have like different crafts and everything. But you know, everyone's a hard worker. Everyone's honest. We don't beat around the bush, and yeah, it just kept us, and they still keep us in check.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So yeah.
Then now, how do you know? And that's why I started with the first question: who is the better golfer? And so then my question is, how do you guys support or motivate each other? Because you're both in the same craft, doing the same thing around the same age. Do you think there's that level of healthy competition that exists between the two of you?
Yeah, always, because we play with each other a lot. Like we're in the when we're in the same country or like training, like we're always training together.
Yeah.
And when we play, it's always like competitive. Like we're always trying to beat each other, so we just keep. So it's good. It keeps us on our toes.
Yeah. So and so, how do you motivate each other? Or is it's for when you go to a competition? Is I'm trying to kick your ass, bro.
We bet.
You bet.
Yeah, we bet.
Oh, what do
We bet there's per round and then overall. So, so just to add some spice. But also, like when one of us is not swinging well, I mean, we'll help the other with the swing.
Yeah.
It's good when you have someone who's like on your level. Whenever you have a problem or like issue, it's very easy to ask for advice from the other person.
That's true.
Haven't said anything in a while.
I mean, yeah, I agree with him, to be honest. In terms of like motivating each other, I guess we talk a lot. And like as brothers, like it's just, I don't know, like you just want to beat the other guy.
You just
Yeah,
So,
you want him to do well, but
Yeah.
not better than you.
yeah, like there's only a few people in the field that I hope do well.
Yeah.
And he's one of them.
But not better than you.
Well, not because eventually we want to win.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But no, I wish everyone does well in the field. But yeah, and in terms of anything else, but yeah.
So now, who's been losing the most money of late?
Of late, you see, I've been going through a rough patch. So in the last two tournaments we played, I've lost plenty of money. But hopefully in the future I can recover it.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
But someone's hot right now, dog. Someone's a bit hot right now, man.
Yeah, you don't. It'll be far future. It's not near future. There's no near future, yeah. Yeah, but back to the parents' situation and because I see a lot of kids look up to you. I've seen you guys at the golf club, how the kids run for you to sign their hearts or for you to give them the ball that you made the last party with. What are you telling parents like that? I like what you said, that there's not only one way to be successful, but what can we tell parents like that are watching this podcast about letting their children explore talent? And what can you also tell the children? Because I think children also have talents but don't have plans.
Yeah.
So maybe you could like dive a bit deeper into that,
But
You can start.
I mean, yeah, I mean, in fact, what parents are doing nowadays is like really nice. Because like yesterday we were at a US Kids event and they were like 200 juniors.
What?
Yeah, like, and in our
Yeah,
time
man.
there were no juniors.
No, it's just used to be us, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
this
that's
is to be
us.
us, man.
Yeah.
So like there's so many juniors and like there's parents who are caddying for their children. Like
Wow.
they're actually coming, they're even telling me like, we're playing this tournament this time. We want to win. which is it's crazy because you never used to see that.
Yeah.
So it's nice what they're doing, and like it's nice that because times are changing, like
Yeah.
things are becoming different. Like there's more ways to be successful. So what they're doing is like pretty nice. And in terms of like going forward, I'd say just like let them do what they love, and have like a structured schedule and like a way forward. But we're also trying to find the way forward still. So hopefully they watch us and watch what we're doing. And yeah.
What about
Yeah,
you?
it's true. Yeah, I feel like the generations in the world is changing, man. Not only for golf, but like any other like talents like kids want to go into, like art, music. All those industries are booming, and there's so much to do. So, and I think if you have like a detailed plan,
Yeah.
like a structured plan, I think you can tell your parents that I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. I feel like with the world changing, man, it's definitely good.
I don't know you guys laugh. Yeah. But then that's what I also wanted to ask you. The other day I sat with one of my uncles for a long time. He hadn't been in the country, and we had a very interesting conversation. And he was telling me that even when you're pursuing a talent or whatever it is, you need to look at it as a business.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
So you guys, have you started looking at your craft as a business? Because what I understand in business is a business has a proposal, a business has market analysis, a business has cost, So have you guys started looking at and a business has also planning. So what do you plan to achieve? So have you started looking at your thing as a business, or it's something you're looking to transition to look at?
We recently have been making some plans.
Yeah.
So it's actually now it's starting to turn into a business now. So we're planning, and yeah, we're growing, man. So there's some good plans going forward, and yeah, it'll be good.
What about you?
Me personally, I'm transitioning into a business now.
Oh yeah, you just started being
Yeah,
a
like-
professional.
I always thought like of it as a business.
Yeah.
Like I clock in, clock out. I do my work, I get out. But then like I realized a business it's a bigger picture. Like there's marketing, there's advertising, there's all these different things, proposals to different sponsors, and like just there's a whole market.
Yeah, you yourself as a brand.
Yeah, what you are and what you show to the world. And yeah, so that's what I'm transitioning into, because I always thought it was like just do your thing on the golf course.
Now that, do you have a team? Actually, just before I get to that question, do you have a team that you work with, any of you? Or is that also something you're looking to transition into?
Yeah, also looking to transition into that side, like a business team.
Yeah.
We have a team like just for like playing golf, like golf coach, gym trainer, psychologist, but nothing like a PR team or all of that. So that's what we're looking to like get into.
Now that you've both played abroad, you've played in different countries, what do you think is the difference between golf out there and golf here? And to anyone that's from the golf committee in the country, what word of advice can you give them now that you're saying that you've seen a big take up of kids in golf and everything? You can even tell us 5 countries you've played in, just to throw it there.
Just to throw it there.
Yeah.
I've played in Scotland,
Yeah. Huh.
Morocco, Ivory Coast, Tanzania. I've played in South Africa, the States.
You said 5.
Oh, you said 5, huh?
No. Yeah. Listen,
Let him cook.
yeah, let him cook, bro. Never undersell
down.
yourself. That's part of his branding. Never undersell yourself, Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
all
yeah.
50 countries.
Wow, 30 countries.
just
Yeah.
No, but there are plenty. So yeah, but I'll just finish that.
Okay. And what have you noticed? Like, what's the difference? one of the things I saw in Kenya Open, because I've watched Kenya Open a couple of times, is the people who tend to come. He comes with like that, like whole team, like his nutritionist, his what. But like other than now, what as us Kenyans we've seen from what have you seen from experience, or what have you noticed from experience?
There's some places I've gone, like where I used to live in Uganda, or like if you go to Burundi, they're far off from Kenya.
Yeah.
But then you see, from Kenya now you go to places like South Africa, or you go to the UK, and it's miles away in terms of like facilities and like what they train you when you're young. So I think I've seen like best of both worlds. So I think Kenya just needs like facilities. Like we have like the talent here, but we just now to invest in facilities, and I think we'll be probably on the same level as plenty of the like the big nations that play golf, because the crop that's coming through is crazy, man. So I think that's all we need to do.
What about you?
I think, well, personally, so from what I see from outside, from where I've gone,
You don't want to mention your 5 countries?
okay, let me mention my five. Well, I played in South Africa, Egypt, Scotland, States. Where else have I played? Uganda, Tanzania. There's places I forgot, but
But you see also you
yeah.
passed 5 countries.
Totally there.
That is okay.
But just like when you go outside, you see the people in charge. They just, the way they handle it is just much different. Because like I think Kenya is the second best country in Africa for golf.
Yeah,
Wow.
100%.
Because if you talk about Safari Tour, everyone actually knows about it.
Wow.
Like the other day on Golf Channel, it was mentioned when Taimur was playing.
Yeah.
Like Safari Tour is known.
Oh yeah, I think I watched that.
Yeah. It's insane. And the thing is, we don't capitalize on this. I don't know what happens
Yeah.
up there, but like I think I'm not criticizing the people in charge, but I feel like they could do a better job in like growing it and doing something different, because there's so many people who would love to come play it.
And there's too much potential for golf, like in East Africa and Kenya, man. It's insane.
Yeah.
And I think some people may invest into the wrong departments of the sport when there's like better places they could go to invest. But yeah.
Like can I let me just add something. Huh?
No problem. Add something.
I feel like the golf world in Kenya is right now is quite confused, because there's a lot of hype on amateur golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior golf is growing, which is very good.
Yeah.
But we need a place for those juniors to go.
Where are they gonna go?
Where are they gonna go after their junior golf careers? We want to see them turn professional.
Yeah.
And that's how you build the market. That's how golf becomes a bigger thing.
Yeah.
I look at them now and I'm like, man, where are these kids gonna go? You find like maybe 1 or 2 of them who want to turn pro out of like 200, which is insane. So I think we need to stop paying so much attention to amateur golf, because it matters, but you're only building the journey up until you become a pro.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to invest in the pros in Kenya.
Okay.
If you look at it like this,
Yeah.
if you think about Kenya Open,
Yeah.
the only government sponsored event on the DP World Tour. So much money is thrown into that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, has a Kenyan ever won Kenya Open?
No.
Never.
Yeah.
So where does that money
They
go?
barely make the cut.
Yeah. Where does the money go?
Yeah.
It goes outside.
Wow.
And what's crazy is, with that amount of money they put into one tournament,
One event.
they could make a whole entire tour. Guys could make probably like, can I say figures?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys could make like probably like 3 mil in a week.
In an event, probably.
And then in one event, yeah.
How much is given in Kenya Open? Abi.
No, but there's a lot.
200.
Yeah, there's a
Like
lot
that's
of.
just prize fund.
Yeah.
Prize fund is like about 200 million.
Yeah.
So, and the whole event incorporated, we're talking like over 500 million.
Yeah.
If if we just put 100 million into a golf tour
Just 100.
and have 2 events like per week, this will be like one of the biggest tours in the world.
Like we'd attract people from everywhere. Like guys on tour, like other tours, like not like the big tours, but smaller tours are looking for places to play.
But there's no opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So coming here would be insane. Like we could have multiple people from around the country. Then we could hype it up. It'd be insane. But yeah.
No, but I like that you've raised that. You've looked at it as both in a golf perspective and a money perspective. And maybe that was why you guys were influenced with the life that you had. Maybe that was what you guys need to bring to fruition, you know. So I think maybe you could look at it. What do I want to ask you? Now you've talked a lot about Kenya Open and what, but you guys, what is your biggest achievement as a golfer? What do you feel most proud of as a golfer? I'll start with you, Njoroge.
That's a tough question. But my biggest...
Okay, maybe you can share. If you want to share, you could share even 3 things because maybe it's different, but you can tell us. Maybe you could say as an amateur, this was my biggest accomplishment. I felt well doing 1, 2, 3, and now as a professional. But but yeah, you can.
My proudest achievement is, I think, turning pro. Because, you know, like, the other day we were discussing with Taimur.
Yeah.
Shout out Taimur Malik.
T-Money.
T-Money. Yeah, we were discussing with him. We were like, bro, you know, like, we used to dream of this. Like, when we were like 14, 15, 13. We were like, bro, I don't know, I want to turn pro. You know, it's something you tell everyone. But then when it actually hits you that you're like turning pro, like it's happening. And it just feels nice. Like you're done with your amateur career. Like now you know the reason you turn pro is because you probably feel like you're good enough. And the fact that you know you're good enough.
Yeah.
It's just like a proud feeling. And yeah, and probably another thing is beating this guy on the daily.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Yeah, and making my parents proud.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, before we get to you, Mutahi, what about that one time that you were the only Kenyan as an amateur to make the cut on Kenya Open and then receive that trophy from Uhuru? I still see that photo there in Muthaiga, like all out. How did you feel, or what did that make you feel?
That was a proud moment because I don't think many people knew I could, like, I mean, people knew I played golf, but they never knew, like, I was, like, good at it. So, at that time, it was really nice. It was like a coming out party. Like, I'm him.
Hello world.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello world.
But, yeah, it felt great, you know, seeing kids fall in love with you. Okay.
Wait. Chill, man. What you saying? What? No, it's okay. You know what you mean. No. Leave Mutahi.
Okay, move to try. Just move to try.
I Mutahi, it's you. He said we just move. We just move.
For me, I'll mention like 3.
Yeah. I like it, bro. Never have a moment where you don't sell yourself.
Yeah, I mentioned like 3.
And yeah, I think, and before even, sorry for interrupting you, I think that's the one thing I've learned about Kenyans. We're scared to say what we've accomplished, you know. Like when I talk to Americans, bro, the guy even wants to tell you that he was a prefect in class 1.
That's true.
And that's how he's a lead,
that's it.
and that's built his leadership skills. But, you know, I feel like with Kenyans, we shy away from talking about ourselves. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, you don't have to be shy about talking about yourself, just as long as you're doing it in a way to motivate, not in a, like, you know, like a boastful manner.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Some people think it's arrogant.
It's not, I don't think so. I think it depends on your intentions. But yeah, talk.
One thing that was like one of till today.
Yeah.
I played like the boys and girls stroke play, like the Kenya Amateur Junior stroke play.
Yeah.
And I won it at like 14.
What?
And I was told after that I was like the youngest winner ever.
Wow.
Of like the event. So that really like woke my eyes up. It made me think like, wow, man, like I can do this. Like this is not bad.
Yeah.
And then, can you open this year, like as a professional? It was the first time I ever made a cut in a world ranking event, like as a professional. So, yeah, this is definitely like one of my biggest highlights, like so far, like part of my life. Actually, no, I'll just mention those two.
Those two?
Those two are
Yeah.
my biggest.
I'm not trying to put you on spot, but how does it feel to have become a millionaire over a weekend? Also, you, Njoroge. I know you also. Also, you. Why are you looking at him? In fact, we'll start with you. Let's put you on the spotlight.
You know, when it enters a bank account, it's just a smile on your face.
Yeah.
But then you just have to stay humble, you know. But it does feel good. But then in the golfing world, I feel like a million is not that much.
Yeah.
Because it goes really quick. But at the moment it was like yeah, I accomplished this, and like I'm happy. But maybe his felt different, you know, because
Hey,
we're
those
different.
You had
guys.
been doing charity for 7
I've been
months.
doing charity.
Yeah. What about you, Mutai? How did it feel?
It felt good, man. But it gave me such motivation.
Yeah.
It made me feel like, if this is what I can do in a week, what can I do in like a month? Like
That's true.
on tour.
Yeah.
Like on this form. Like what can I do, man? So then you start looking for events everywhere. It just becomes you become hungry.
Hungry.
Just
The guy
become
came too hungry. The guy started looking at G-Wagons. He's wants a million. He's asking how much is this G-Wagon?
No, but it's good to manifest. You don't think so?
No, but I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it's good, huh? It's good. Huh?
It
In
gets
fact,
to
you
that
can even
habit,
just
man.
you tell him to take you after this. You go sit in a showroom. He takes some photos of you in one. Just go and stick it. Like,
Yeah, I
no,
was
no.
thinking that.
You just need like a one nice tournament, huh?
Yeah.
Like 2 nice tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now I'm going to Germany
Yeah.
on Saturday,
Yes.
like this week, to play a DP World Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same price fund as like Kenya Open.
Wow.
Porsche European.
All the best, bro.
Thanks,
That
man.
one. Is there anywhere we can watch you?
Yeah, on DSTV.
Ah.
Super Sport Live. Channel Golf.
233.
Tune in.
But then also, Njoroge, how come you didn't tell us that your first event as a professional, you made the cut? You know, that's very unusual for people to hear. How was that?
It was a great feeling because I did it in a fashion that was like I really worked because, okay, for the guys who understand golf, like I was 7 over through my first 12 holes.
Wow.
So I completely shot myself out of it
Mhm.
because there was nerves, and also like I forgot how to swing the golf club for a bit. So, and then I came back, I shot probably was 5 under in my last maybe 40 holes, and I chipped in on the last
Wow.
to make he was watching.
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah.
You did record?
I didn't record.
And
I
it
was
was the
so in
most-
the moment, man.
It was the most insane shot ever.
For real?
Like
Yeah.
It was basically like, let me explain for those who are not golfers, like Adonis Creed. Yeah, if you watch Creed 3 or any boxing match,
it's a spoiler. Me, I've not watched it. So it's also spoiling for me.
no, not Creed 3. I go Creed 2.
Yeah.
That guy is knocked out, man. 12th round. He just shines. He just shines.
It's like a buzzer beater. You know, you have 3
Yeah.
seconds on the clock. Time out. Give the ball to who? MVP. But yeah, it was nice.
Okay. So as we come to the end of this conversation, what's one thing or what's one message you'd like the people that are listening to this podcast to pick up? We can start with you, Njoroge. Or first of all, actually, before we get to that, is there anything you'd like to share with the people listening to this? Maybe something that inspired you, motivated you, or just something you've been holding.
Something that inspired me was Tupac, to be honest.
Thanks.
To start a podcast and the way he's like a very ambitious entrepreneur, you know, it's very motivating, you know.
100%.
And Tupac also helped me with my schoolwork, so shout out to him.
This guy used to call me at Weird House to help him write the essays. But no, bro. It's about supporting each other, and I appreciate the kind words. Actually, before we even get to the last question, I wanted to ask you guys something. You know, I'm passionate about men and mental health. So, how do you guys keep mentally fit or mentally happy? We can start with you, Mutahi, first.
I go to the gym.
Yeah.
The gym is not for me. I actually don't do it for physical. I mean, I do it for like physical golf and everything.
Yeah.
But it gets me in such a good like mind space where I'm able to like plan out my week or like plan out my life. Like, what am I gonna do? It just removes all the negative like toxins from my body.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm working out, I'm in my happiest space. So for me, gym is a big role. It plays a big role in my mental health.
What about you, Njoroge?
For me, I realized I never used to look at mental health as anything until I realized what life is. So, and then, you know, you just have to, for me personally, I also use the gym as like an escape. And I don't know, I take some time for myself. And yeah, that's basically it, because I realized if your mental health is not good, you're not going to perform.
Yeah.
So, like, you need it to be good. So, like, the people around you, like, I probably spend time with my guys and family when, like, I'm not mentally okay. But yeah, and probably write down how I'm feeling.
Just praying every time you feel
Some type of
words.
Pray for better days.
Oh. So as we come to the end of this podcast, I just wanted to ask the two of you, what's 1, 2, 3 messages or key things that you'd like someone that's listened to the whole of this to remember?
Your team.
Yeah.
Your team plays a very influential role in who you are. Like the individuals you surround yourself with day to day, they play a big part in who you are. So you have to build a strong team, man. You have to know who are the guys who are going to help you, who are you going to build with, and who are the ones you can go far with. So that plays a big role.
What about you, Njoroge?
Message for like people who listen to this.
Yeah.
Be happy, you know. Do what you want to do in life. Life is actually short. So just do what makes you happy and stay focused and work hard.
Too short to be stressed. Too short to be stressed.
For those of you who have tuned in, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of the Just to Kick It Is a Blessing podcast. Remember that no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are, that life is a blessing. Thank you so much, and remember, Just to Kick It Is a Blessing. Goodbye.